enough alcohol in me to do it.
Am I always 5, or am I something else every time?
It goes Alatar, Baskar, Faulkner, Gavin, Jornok, Peck.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And it's a D6, so let's see how we go here. That'd be Faulkner.
Oh shit!
We used to Faulkner.
Last time on the Void King.
Too much. I'm gonna need to dial back by 10%.
No, I don't think he's gonna...
No, that's perfect. Keep doing
I'm waiting for one of the times he says strange times instead of Void King.
I've already fucked it up before, I'll do it again. Now! First thing on the session notes, wow, we really buttholed the dog last time, guys, which is definitely true.
That wasn't last time.
That was the previous time.
Yeah, for whatever reason,
it got added
session
again.
8, session 8's first notes was not by me.
Bruh.
So
All right,
put that in
Limo
there.
Cooper.
I don't know
Somebody
who put that in there, but somebody did.
buttholed the notes.
There we go.
It
Meanwhile-
says, wow, we really buttholed the dog last time, guys. Meaning on session 8, and it's talking about session 7.
Continue. This is irrelevant. Continue.
Yes.
So, unfortunately for our intrepid heroes, Peck's father was not too keen on interrogating a small, prepubescent boy. So he indeed grounded Peck for his insubordination. Unfortunately for Peck, his bed was currently taken up by our incapacitated orc friend, so he had to sleep on the floor that night. The wizard was taking up the dwarf's bed. The dwarf decided to take up the tavern floor, and I think was Gavin with the boy in the storage room? Does anyone remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. At least he had someone to keep him company. Anywho, so after that, they woke up the next morning and had a little bit of heart-to-heart on what everyone could do and what everyone wanted to do, and decided that they were going to take the boy to the trusty librarian, whose name I don't remember because I wasn't here for the first time. She said, thank you.
Yep.
However, the group decided they didn't all need to go there. They could fit up into 3 different parties and get other shit done. So Faulkner and Beskar decided to go find Beskar's little companion that he kind of abandoned for 2 days. Or a day.
A day.
Just a night.
Peck and Alatar decided to get back Alatar's falcon companion, and Peck felt guilty, so he decided to go with him. Unfortunately for Peck, there wasn't much for him to do except build a nice, lovely book fort.
Did
Peck,
fuck all.
How did that book fort turn out, by the way?
Pretty great until Alatar fucking moved.
Anyway, he got his
Yeah,
bird
it's
friend back.
after sitting cross-legged on a floor for a while.
Gavin and Jornok actually took the boy to Catrice. Jornok actually was very good while he was there. Props to Jornok. Staying calm, staying where he needed to be.
Who's a good boy?
He's a good boy. Joey's a good boy.
So Faulkner and Beskar did meet up with the Stewarts, had a nice, lovely little breakfast, and there may be a bit of miscommunication, but we'll get to that later. The important thing is everyone got their weapons back, so no one's useless anymore. Thank God. But the party then decided to all meet up at the front gate after they were all done, and that's where we find our intrepid heroes to this day.
Good job.
Except that that's not true, because we're backtracking to after breakfast with Beskar and Faulkner.
Oh, are we?
Not in the notes. I blame the note takers.
She did mention that you wanted to quickly go back to something with those two.
She did.
Yeah, it was in the chat, not in the games.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not the note taker's fault. Calm down.
There's a thing I wanted to have with Ducky, but Ducky's not here.
I was also making a joke because I took most of the notes last time, so I was going to blame myself anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe Ducky will show up.
Maybe.
That could be nice. Also, I rolled a natural 20 on this D20 while you were summarizing, so...
Stop doing that.
So it was the best summarization. Got it.
It was so good. It was the best one ever. Alright. So, after Jornok... No, not Jornok. Jesus.
Faulkner and Beskar.
Faulkner and Beskar, thank you. Leave the hotel where they met with...
Cassius.
Cassius, thank you. It's a long day, guys. I mean, there were 20 kids in our room today. I think my brain is half melted.
Yeah.
I had the notes in front of me and didn't know who Catrice was, so you're fine.
Okay. Well, they're like my NPCs, so I feel like I should know their names. Anyway, they come out of the come out of the hotel and you walk a few paces, and you realize that there's someone following you, who is not making much of an effort to remain hidden. It is a half-orc woman, pretty tall. She's about middle-aged, with pretty long tusks for a half-orc. Long brown hair and a tight braid, and just nondescript, plain, well-worn clothing. And she's kind of shuffling along behind you, keeping a good distance, but like keeping an eye on you. She looks shifty, not like criminal shifty, but kind of like
Nervous.
nervous. Yeah, like she kind of wants to approach, but isn't sure if she should.
She's trying to get your number.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I think you got an admirer.
I was also thinking that the house that got broken into and the guards took away, it was a half orc, but you know, it could be somebody else. I don't know. Continue. Sorry for interrupting.
You broke into a house?
Oh, you didn't break into a house. The guards broke into.
Yeah, I said was broken into.
Yeah.
I didn't say, yeah. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Baskar, I think we got some admirer behind us.
Wait, do we actually notice it, or do we? Okay. I'm gonna stop, turn around, have a look.
I can just imagine Bascar's eyes doing the fucking like ooga thing.
I'm a dignified orc, thank you very much.
He's
I'm
also like twice her age, so.
So instead of a wooga, it's
No, I mean, it's not catfishing if you can see the other person, probably.
She kind of stops, half turns as though she's about to leave, and then turns back and just is like kneading her apron in her hands nervously.
I think she wants to talk to us. Excuse me, madam. Do you need something?
She kind of flinches as she hears your voice, but she doesn't leave. She shuffles forward a couple of steps. Yes?
What can we do to help?
I'm sorry, are you with the orc?
Oh,
I mean, I'm traveling with him.
Called it.
Well, and she moves a couple paces closer. Why isn't my mouse working? There it is. She moves a couple paces closer, and she's still kneading her hands and her apron, and she kind of gives Baskar a sidelong look and goes, sir, it's not often that I see affluent people of our race in this city.
Ooh.
I was wondering if you could help me with something.
what color do orcs turn when they blush?
All I heard was what color.
Oh, I was saying, what color do orcs turn when they blush?
Not
Purple? Not purple.
She's addressing only Baskar. She's not looking at Faulkner at all.
Faulkner does not care.
bruh.
He kind of grew up with it. He's used to it.
Oh.
Ooh.
What would you ask of me?
Well, you see, it's my husband.
Oh.
He was taken in the night, and normally there would be nothing I could do about it. But when I saw you walking through the square this morning, I thought perhaps, orc to orc, you would be willing to help me.
I've been so lonely, Baskar.
I've been so lonely for the past 8 hours.
My bed is cold.
Well, fucking jump back on that horse, Baskar. Here you go.
Okay, still eating food, by the way. What? Okay, hold on.
This is
Okay,
great.
so they're asking about the husband. Did she mention what in particular she needed assistance with for the husband?
Finding him.
Okay. And I'll remember that we weren't supposed to be in that part of town, but probably know what she's talking about. So I'll just be I'll just say, that could be something I could look into. It might take a little time, but I can most certainly attempt to find him.
He was taken in the wagons, if that helps. I'm not sure what they want with him other than the fact that he was out of work at the time, but if you could find him alive, would be the best, but if you find anything of him, I would appreciate anything you could bring back would mean so much to me.
I will have a look into it. I have my own affairs to attend to, but if I can come across something, I will most certainly let you know.
Okay. My name is Olga. My children and I live in the first district near the Lost Lizard Tavern. You've probably never heard of it. You don't look like a man who goes to that part of town, but...
Okay.
I've actually heard of it. It's a nice little place.
Can't tell if you're joking actually or...
Roll an inside check.
I'm eating spicy food. That's my excuse.
If you're sniffling, we'll know he's not actually weeping.
That's true.
If you ask the guard, I'm sure they would be able to tell you where to go.
If I ask the guard what?
I'm sure they would be able to tell you where to go to find the Lost Lizard Tavern. We're 2 or 3 doors down, not very far.
Most certainly.
I feel like I've heard that name before. Lost Lizard Tavern.
And when he's saying that, I'm gonna like give him a little nudge in the direction we're supposed to be going. Okay, we'll be on our way now, and I will most certainly give you notification if we come across anything.
Take care, madam.
She kind of gives Faulkner a half look, and then she just sort of like gives an awkward little bow and just sort of shuffles a couple steps back before she turns around and walks briskly back into the crowd.
NASCAR, you smooth devil, you.
I don't get it, Batman.
Yeah, hitting on the married women, yeah!
Recently widowed.
Maybe.
I'm betting on bloody octopus face food at this point, but we'll see.
Why you guys shipping this real fucking hard?
Because it makes you uncomfortable.
Welcome to D&D with people.
So, Pascar, have you heard of that? The Lost Lizard Tavern? It sounds really familiar for some reason.
Yes, we were there yesterday. We aren't supposed to be there,
is that
and you
Peck's
have
house?
to. You need to keep it down.
You should know by now, I only really have one volume.
Yep.
Moderately loud.
Then keep it internal.
That's even tougher.
And I
Alright.
guess we're gonna just walk back to where we're going to meet.
Yep, you make your way to the gate where we left off last time, and everyone eventually gathers there, and you are gathered at the gate of Hamelin.
Okay. What's the plan?
I do want to pull Gavin to the side for a moment. So I guess it's Amanda to get in on this, I guess.
Yep.
I mean, I have a question for him. It would be part of your campaign setting anyway, so I think you could probably answer for this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to pull him aside and say, back at the library, there was a word said between you and Catrice. I did not understand. Dithetier. I think that was what you said for the Tuesday.
Diffeteer. What?
Yes. What is that?
I don't recall saying that. It's a thing. Hang on. I believe it's a god. Let me check my notes real fast. Hold tight.
I'm going on mute.
Sorry, stream, if you are watching expecting me to be all-knowing. It is a lie. I am not.
My immersion!
Immersion.
Right in the immersion.
It's here. Yes. Okay. I should have said it 1,000 times before I remembered what it meant.
Also, my chair almost killed me, but I'm fine now.
Okay,
Don't be like me.
share it now. What happened?
I leaned back slightly in my chair, and my chair just kept going backwards because one of the levers came loose.
Oh man!
Oh no.
Oh god, that would have been such a good clippable Twitch moment, Chris.
Unfortunately, I have no webcam, so no matter what.
I mean, we would have heard the screaming.
I purposely kept it quiet so that I didn't disrupt any questions that were happening while I was falling backwards.
Damn.
You would just hear a clump.
Yeah.
Gavin gives you kind of a strange look. It's a day of the week.
Oh.
Rip.
And I'll get a very confused look on my face, and just kind of under my breath, just go, no, 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 no.
Is something wrong with a day of the week?
What month is it?
It is the month of Kareth.
It's again same look, just a vacant stare, and just the no, 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 no. Just kind of like rubs his forehead a little bit.
Do you have somewhere to be besides the giant party where people get rounded up and murdered?
No, not that. He kind of thinks to himself like some more, which is very painful for him.
Because barbarian.
Okay.
Effort face.
It's summer. What is this? Fall? A false month? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then he'll go. Yeah. Japhus. Closer. No. He'll say 3 like alien words that Gavin wouldn't understand, and then just kind of wander off back to the party.
Gavin kind of watches after you. Bless you, I guess. And then follows after. So, just so everyone who is from this culture understands, it probably was not explained to you. Kareth corresponds to the month of October.
That's a second.
Yeah, it's in roll 20.
Oh, yeah.
And Diffetir corresponds to Monday.
I hate diffeteers.
Well, there's nothing to see right now anyways.
Okay.
Might need to refresh, I guess.
I
Keep
did.
peeping Mike Padley.
What?
Instead of a peeping Tom, a peeping Mike.
Go home, Bird.
Way ahead of you, Chief. Way ahead of you. And I
Alright.
even have a drink in my hand. Overkill, I know.
Alright, so that exchange happens. All of you have gathered at the city gates. Would you like to have a discussion or just move on?
How was your guys' trips?
Okay. Got Bird.
Well, that's splendid.
Philly's just kind of like gonna flap his wings a little bit and squawk.
Peck will also squawk.
I will tell about the half-orc that approached me and was requesting assistance locating missing husband.
There's a lot of emphasis put on that husband part, Aflong.
Yes, husband. She has a husband. She is wedded to a man.
I'm just ear to ear over here.
So it appears
Well,
that
Do we know where wagons went? I forget.
we were going to use the ex-cultists to navigate that, but I think someone handed them off.
Would we have seen where they were potentially going during the fight?
I think
No. We heard where wagons went roughly.
Across the river.
Yeah.
Try track wagon tracks. Jornock says like very distant. from how he usually speaks.
Jornak, you sound sad. Are you okay?
You're not confused.
We all are, but why?
Worse than Jarnock thought. Not important.
Oh,
Well, spit it out.
I don't answer.
Okay.
He's probably right, though. We could probably track the wagon wheels.
Hey, Darius Rucker. Would I remember? Man, nobody's gonna get that reference. Fuck.
I got it. It was
Yay!
great.
I got it too. I'm upset that I got it.
Would I have remembered which direction? Wait. When did we hear them traveling? Was I dead at that point, or was I still somewhat in the world of living?
I think he mentioned it when he was getting interrogated in the alleyway.
I'd like to point out you were never dead.
I mean, might as well have been.
you're just beat to shit.
Yeah.
I think it was before the weird doggos showed up.
But what did you want to know, Altar?
I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, but if I could hear where they were going, could I use keen mind to figure out what direction everything was heading?
You could try. You're not sure. You saw them leaving the ward of the city that you were in, but you never actually saw them leave the city. All you heard is that they're going across the river. The river is directly south of the city. And it's a strange river to want to cross because on the other side is nothing but marshland for almost 100 miles.
Pack would know this, right?
Yes.
If they went towards swampy land, should be easy to follow.
Jarnock grew up in swamp.
Good. We have lead to follow then. Yes?
Well, to the
Fine.
swamp we go.
Yes,
If
fine
anybody wants
tracks.
to dally in the town anymore.
I'm
not a
looking
fan of the place.
for adventure.
That's the spirit.
Is your roll 20 still loading?
Yeah, still won't load. I've restarted it like 3 times.
All right,
Exit
and
everything and try again.
Yeah.
and before we do set out, I'm going to quickly head back to that inn. We'll leave a note with the concierge and let Cassius know what the plan is.
Oh, where the fuck is he going now?
I'll be a moment. I just have to leave a note for my colleague real quick.
Well, just on the top of squat and wait.
So much waiting.
Yep. So while we're
It's
waiting,
always a
I'll-
nice guy, though.
It's not far from where I am, is it?
No.
Peck's just bitching. You do you, man.
yeah.
The rest of the day later.
Yeah, I just walk across the street into a building.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quite, but it's fairly close by. It's like a quick 10-minute walk if you're going briskly.
Yeah.
While he goes, I'll pull out my greatsword and start fiddling with it a little bit, kind of like
Okay.
maintaining it.
Okay. As you're sitting there, you hear to the gates.
Ah, yes, sir. A good day to you. Oh, you, kind of madam. Would you be interested?
No. Okay.
You, Sirs 3. Kindly step over here for a minute, and I will tell you about a chance for adventure.
Peck will march right up.
Damn
Ooh, I like the sound of this kid.
All right. So you see in front of you, a gnomish man, kind of like Potbelly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, let this be a freaking relative of that one gnome man I talked to.
Dude.
He's
likes
got
gnomes.
jolly brown eyes. He's got brown hair that he wears in a ponytail. Very long, curling mustaches that he keeps very well waxed and shaped. And extremely luxurious clothes, and what appears to be very expensive and very new armor. And he is sitting behind a table that he has covered with like a bright silk cloth, and is like surrounded with little multicolored pendants, and he has a couple of sheets and a quill pen and an inkwell. It almost looks like a sign-up sheet of some kind. And as you walk,
you! Hello! Man,
do you speak?
Get.
Oh, marvelous!
And he kind of claps.
Yes.
More like walk up and put a hand on Peck's shoulder and be like, "This is a bad idea."
And I put a hand on the other shoulder, going, "This sounds like a fun idea."
Just nod at both of them.
And Jordan stares at all three of them, just shaking his head.
Ooh, do I eat the pepper too?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Tillig's
Can
gonna
I
want to do it.
angrily
interest
squawk.
you in adventure?
Yes.
No,
You are not interested in adventure?
no.
Yes.
Wait to see what I have to offer before you make your decision, sour-faced man.
But no, Alatar dead eye in the face and just be like, "No, but I'm bored."
He'll be back in a minute. More-
Well, I'm interested. Keep going.
Hello, my name is Leroy LaCroix, Lord of the Westfield from the Cuneo Domains.
Leroy LaCroix.
Wow.
It's the best snake oil salesman name ever.
I am here to offer you the chance to be my bodyguard, as I follow in the footsteps of heroes of old, traveling to Darvis in search of grand and sweeping adventure.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Whatever sounds most fun.
What is?
I can relate to this guy.
This is a scam.
And tell me, Mr. Lacroix, what experience do you have
You
adventuring?
don't have the rest of the rest?
I have no experience adventuring, but I have read a lot of books, and I bought some armor, and I am willing and able to pay. And he turns to a page who kind of like stands up from a crate of papers, another gnome, and he's,
Take this down, Reginald. What
It's
are your
literally
gentlemen's
Terry.
names? What are your gentlemen's names?
Sorry, I'm just getting over the fact this is literally Terry.
he was a researcher before I watched that part of it.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I like his name though, Leroy LaCroix.
That part's amazing.
Take it down, Reginald.
And Reginald just mutely scribbles in his book.
My name's Faulkner.
Faulkner. Okay.
I
Elbow
gotta
Alatar
like
in the
elbow him.
I'm just gonna keep scowling angrily.
He's a little shy.
Grumpy wizard.
Be wizard and lizard boy. Who are you?
That is with 7 X's.
Okay, Reginald.
Wait, what?
7X. 7X. You seem like a very formidable warrior.
As I said,
I stare at him and I have no words.
Man, a tough crowd today.
Damn it.
As I said, I'm here
all rude.
for adventure. And I would love for you, formidable-looking gentleman and adorable bird, to follow me on adventure.
An adorable bird.
Again, where are you going?
anywhere. I don't know. I've never been to the desert.
How about a marsh?
You know, I've never been to the desert either.
Oh, great. We get along already.
I mean,
I'm not there right now, by the way.
Well, if you want to humor us, we are actually planning on going somewhere else if you want to head towards us.
voice
Get a
of
little taste
probable
for
reason.
adventure.
Oh yeah? Where are you going?
Yeah. We're heading to the marshy areas just outside of town.
Oh, the dead marshes.
Oh, that's what they're called. Sounds lovely.
No, it's awful. Or so
Oh.
I've heard.
In the baths.
Wait
Well.
a minute.
Then you will
Now
not be
I'm a little
opposed.
sad.
Wait a minute. Are
Yes,
there going to
sir.
be loads of dead elves and orcs in that marsh?
I don't know. I've never been there. Seems like the kind of
Not
place
in
you stay away
character.
from.
Yet we're going right into it, so it sounds like the perfect first adventure for you.
Oh, well, when are you leaving?
As soon as our other friend gets back.
Waiting for orc.
Oh, you have an orc with you.
Yep.
Oh, great.
What's wrong?
You're hired.
Oh, okay.
Hooray! I like getting paid.
Oh,
Oh.
You guys should get in advance.
I lean over to.
Just what I thought. No coin.
well, I thought that it would be more of a 50-50. I get half the treasure and you get the rest.
Oh, you want to join us?
I will walk up. I will walk up, like stand up at my full height, look down at Gnome. You said,
Yes.
and I'll look down at him, like just tower over him. So what exactly can you do? What can you
I can
bring?
talk very, very quickly and read very, very well and fast and in-depth, and I am really great at ordering people around. And I can pay you. Real gold. Actually, I can. I just leave that part out to see how serious people are.
I will bring the bone greatsword like right up to his chest. And when someone brandishes their weapon at you, what do you do then?
As myself or as an adventurer, my old self would definitely wet their willy, if you know what I mean. The other guy,
Nice drink.
this new guy,
Can I inside check him to see how close he is to actually peeing his pants?
yes.
Okay. Oh, it won't let me roll.
Your computer is broken.
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
The
put it
other
in.
me, the new me,
Don't ask
laughs
questions.
in the face of danger.
That one, I'm too enthralled by this guy. He's too funny.
I thought you would have just been closely inspecting his crotch at that point.
Yes.
Just imagine Tech looking very intently at this dude.
Okay. I'm gonna give a quick
Yeah.
scan to look and see if guards are looking at us.
I'd be bloody well surprised.
I mean,
I mean, exactly.
They're in the gatehouse and they're in the battlements, but you can see a couple of them that are close by, just kind of looking at your situation, just kind of like elbowing the guy next to them. Apparently, this guy has been out here for quite some time,
and has.
this is not the first scene that he has made.
Mm-hmm.
So they're taking bets on if he's going to kill him or not, probably.
So then I'll bring my greatsword back like I'm getting ready to take a swing.
I can pay you.
Show me.
I can pay you 100 gold a month per person.
And I swing my sword at him, but I aim like 2 feet above his head, just to see how he will. I will feign an attack to see how he reacts.
He ducks. Instantly, ducks and covers.
Yeah, pretty good reaction, honestly.
Door knock. Easy. He's going to pee.
He will die in the swamps.
So
Yes.
I have enough.
Wait,
Track
If we
of.
die? Let's take him with.
No. Hey. No. Was good joke, but leave poor man alone.
I don't know. I don't really
Leave him
see.
alone.
I don't really see what the harm is bringing him along.
No, he
More
he's
mouth
not
to feed.
ready.
More
Exactly. He's
to
not
give
ready.
away position in the swamps.
He might scream like girl a lot.
Again, you're not exactly dissuading me from bringing him to the swamps.
See,
No.
Avatar's with me.
He's going to die. No, sir.
He kind of like stands up, and you can see that he is extremely pale, and it makes his mustache look super, super dark against his face.
Yes, yes.
You should start small, like fighting rats. Or
Oh. Well, I thought that on my way to the desert, I would learn a lot about being an adventurer, and then when I got there, adventure would come to me.
we died.
I got an idea. We'll tell him where the sewer entrance is. If he can make it through. We don't tell him that part. If he makes it through, he's.
I mean, worst case, we take him with us. He's a good distraction and or bait.
No, we do not. We are hero. We do not get people killed, even if stupid.
How far do you think I can throw him?
No.
we have to run away. I pick him up.
I'm gonna look
have to
very,
run faster. Don't
I'm
have to
gonna
run
look
faster
very
than everybody else.
intently at Peck. Be like, do
Okay.
you really think it's a good idea to have him associated with us whatsoever?
No. Was joke bored.
All right, I'm gonna like just turn around and start walking away. Find a good cozy patch of grass to squat on.
What is Claire eating?
What did she eat? Part of a sneaker.
Okay, that's great. All right, so you're sitting on grass.
Roll for damage.
Meditate.
Yeah.
Roll for keep off the grass.
As you walk away, he kind of droops, and he looks disappointed. Well, Reginald, we lost another one.
I'm going to look at him like a little bit sadly and just sort of be like, you should be very careful.
Or what?
Somebody might take you out to some beach, take money, leave body. I've heard people tell story in tavern.
Well, but you know, I am going to pay people by the month. Why would you kill me right away and not get paid by the month?
Cause is easier and quicker.
Why wait 1 month for 1 day of pay?
I don't keep the money on me. We have to go to a bank and get paid. God, what do you think I am?
I'm gonna tunk his armor with a spear. Yes, but you wear pretties.
He looks down. Ah, you're right.
Easy money.
And as you watch, she jumps into the middle of the road and starts rolling around in an attempt to dirty his armor.
Slap forehead.
Stands up. Is this better?
Look at Jornock. I don't think we're getting through.
I do not either.
Still say we take him with us.
No!
I
no,
like the
no.
proxy.
Your money is in bank, you say?
Yes. Secured by many guards under lock and key.
Would not be hard for a smart individual.
Can I insight check that? Just make sure he doesn't have a fucking bag behind his back or something stupid like that.
At this point, Beskar returns.
Okay, should I also
Over here, friend.
should I mark off a paper from my inventory, or would they have something to provide me for them?
You can use hotel stationery.
Okay. All right, that will be what I do then.
Okay. He does not appear to have a coin purse on him, although that doesn't necessarily mean he's not hiding coins somewhere else on his person. There are plenty of places to hide money.
But is he basically like
No.
bullshit about the gold thing?
Oh, he has money.
Okay.
Take him with us. We probably won't let him die.
Basta,
No.
you're the deciding vote on this one.
It's money we could use.
We don't get people killed.
What is this
That's
we are
fine.
deciding?
So, this little gnome here, friend, Leeeeeroooooooooy, is out looking for adventure. Me and Al thought it would be a splendid idea.
We'll just
He scrambles to his feet and runs towards Beskar with his hand outstretched. Hello there, sir! Leeeeeroooooooooy. I would like to recruit you to be part of my personal bodyguard as I become an adventurer and roam across the darkness.
And he's
What do you
covered.
think?
He's covered in mud, right?
He's covered in dirt, yeah, and he's a gnome, so he comes up to like your knee.
And I'm pretty clean. I'm a little hesitant to do any handshaking. I don't know what's up with the attire. I'll be like, forgive me if I do not shake your hand, but you look like you have been partaking in some refuse.
Oh, I rolled in the dirt to try to make my armor look less beautiful. A few birds said I needed to.
You know, he's not the brightest bulb, but he does got moxie, and I do like me some moxie.
You know what else rhymes with moxie? Money.
So what is it exactly
right.
you do?
Oh, I'm a newly established adventurer. I used to be Lord of the Westfield and the Cunial Domains, but I left my boring estate life to become a hero.
Money.
So, do you have services that you can provide?
I can buy things for you after we visit the bank.
More money.
And I'll just sit there and think a little bit. Wait, and what estate did he mention? Is that something I would know?
The Westfields and the McCrooooooooooooooy domains. You might have heard of it. It's just like sort of like a fruit plantation.
Would I be able to do an intelligence check or something to?
Sure.
Okay. I don't have any intelligence, and well, I don't think there's any other things that I could really use.
Presence of the party.
9.
Yeah, it's you know, they grow a lot of fruit in the McCrooooooooooooooy domains. It's pretty far south of here. You're not sure why he came this far north to find bodyguards. He's very far from home.
So tell me, how did you manage to trek your way all the way from the south in order to make your way here without having hired help beforehand?
Oh, it's very easy. I commissioned a boat and came upriver.
Let's see. Is the party staring at me?
Yeah.
I'm kind of just watching intently between both of you as you're having this conversation because I'm interested to see where it's going.
Same. I'm also kind of just scowling at Alatar as he's sitting there just egging on the death of this man.
Hey. Potential death.
You know how this NPC sounds like it's gonna go.
Yeah, this is definitely endgame NPC. Anyways.
Oh. Might not die.
I'm a cleric. I can heal him and stuff, guys.
Yeah. Fine.
You just want fodder.
Well, I suppose I do not have any qualms with you adventuring with us, but
Alrighty.
You look like you might need to be a little better prepared. Do you have a weapon on you?
Oh, yes, I have it around here somewhere. And he kind of ducks down. You can hear him rummaging around under the table for a couple of seconds, and then he reemerges holding a rapier. And he holds it up. It's like a ceremonial sword with an old tassel hanging down from it, and it's got a tarnished handle.
Jornar closes his eyes because he can break it like a twig.
I too have a rapier, so whatever. It's probably a little bit bigger than Nomish, but yeah.
My father taught me how to use this.
If you're stuck with us, stay near me and do be careful.
I'm always careful.
Also, when things seem dangerous, be quiet. Please.
I can manage that, I'm sure.
I don't even need insight to check that.
Patrick can handle it just as well as I can.
Insight every second thing he says.
Yeah, I might insight that as well, but if you want, you could take advantage on that.
How would you help assist with an insight check?
I'll just do my own insight. I'll do my own insight.
Don't.
Okay, fuck. Yeah, that's 11 for me.
I'm not actually inciting him. I know he's full of shit.
Yes. He seems like he is not at all confident in what he would do in any sort of combat situation, because he's never been in one, as far as you can tell.
You know what you fuckers just did? You just signed us up for a fucking long-ass escort mission, you assholes.
Yeah! Jordan was against us from the beginning, but it's still happened.
Well, look, man, sign us up for money. We're going to need money pretty desperately, because I remember something about getting charged money at the end of the month.
It's true.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Like the money thing was also the big allure for me, too, I'll be honest.
You know, also,
I'll be honest, I got enamored with his name.
Yeah, you can't pass that shit up.
Unless you're poor and they don't take out a whole lot of money.
That's because you don't have a lot of money for them to
Just
take
because
from
they
you.
don't have a lot of money for them to take.
It's Leroy what again?
LaCroix.
Leroy
Don't worry,
LaCroix.
it's showing up in Roll20 momentarily.
Oh my goodness.
She sounds really happy about this. I think we made the right
She-
decision, guys.
No, she loves her gnomes. I can tell she's been wanting to play this guy for ages.
There he is! He's up!
Hey.
Oh god.
If I can make his nameplate visible to everyone as soon as it refreshes.
I mean, on the one hand, he does have a rapier, which is, you know, not like a giant warhammer, so he's at least somewhat smart.
Yeah, well, you know, it's his father gave it to him. He just pulled it off the wall.
Oh no! It's decorative!
He was telling you that, but you were all like conversing about money among yourselves.
No, I heard the decorative part. I was choosing to ignore it.
I did. I heard the decorative part too. That's why I was like, he rolls his eyes because he knows he could snap that like a twig.
Yep.
This is bad.
This is amazing. I don't know what you're talking about.
I agree. This is amazing. This was the correct decision.
Look, the chances of him dying are fairly high, but the chances of us being
how you
paid
spell
are
his
also fairly high.
Oh, like the drink!
We are going to
Honestly, when I thought about it, when I heard that.
Look, he was asking for it, alright?
I know.
He wants
I
adventure.
know.
Just
But,
so
yeah.
we're clear, I have warned against this.
Oh yes, very loudly, multiple times. I'm aware. You don't like me.
And I wanted you with us.
Yes, you're my new best friend. I will stand by you.
I'm afraid you're going to die.
Oh, well, if I do, it was in pursuit of adventure.
See, he's fine with it.
Okay. Let's go.
Do you mind if I bring my attendant Reginald along?
What is Reginald?
Reginald is a gnome.
Okay.
Hey,
Is
Reginald, are you good in combat?
He kind of looks up at you. So my duty is bookkeeper and messenger to Lord LaCroix.
That's a maybe.
As long as you bring a nice tent for all of us, I'm fine.
We don't have a tent. We stay in hotels.
Wait, didn't we start the game with a tent or something?
Leroy.
You did, yes.
Leroy,
Yes.
we're gonna likely be sleeping in the swamp.
Okay.
No hotel. No bed.
You can see the grin just frozen on his face.
No food. Only rations. No pillows.
Okay.
Mud.
Okay.
Mosquito.
Okay.
Lots of mosquitoes.
You're good with this?
Leeches.
Leashes.
Okay.
Leeches.
Yep.
Yes, leeches.
Can I ask
He's
why?
undeterred.
Can I ask
Why we're going to the dead barges? Like, why?
For adventure.
We're
Speaking of which, we are a little bit pressed for time. I do believe we should probably
Let's get going. Leroy, onward to adventure.
Right.
And he kind of like, adventure is great. Okay, good. Reginald, pack our things. And Reginald turns around and begins to like pack up. He's like very precisely and methodically folding the bunting that's around the table and putting it into a crate. And then taking off the tablecloth and folding that into nice, precise squares and putting that into a crate.
Oh my
And he's
god.
not going quickly. He does not seem to sense any sort of urgency. He's just slowly and methodically.
I start walking away.
Yeah, we start walking. If they're behind, they're behind. Adventure waits for no man or woman.
My employees, gentlemen.
Pack's gonna do that classic thing where he sees the one group leaving, he tries to be the anchor that keeps the person lagging behind in the middle.
Bodyguards.
Adventure waits for no one, Leroy.
He kind of turns up and mutters something to Reginald, and then runs up.
I'll shout back. First lesson: learn to keep up.
His little gnome legs are just flying as he runs down the road after you guys.
By the way, what's a gnome's run speed?
I think it's 25.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's slower than you. And he finally reaches you. Wow, it's
really, this armor is very heavy. It's hot. It's so hot. I kind of just wanna. Can we take a break?
We're like 2 minutes in. No.
I just ran so far, all the way from the city to here.
Remember, Leroy, adventure waits for no man or woman.
I'm gonna walk it up. I'm gonna.
He's gonna pass out.
So, who's enjoying the escort quest?
I am.
Peck will crack open
This is
his water
actually quite
skin and offer it up.
So you give him a little bit of water,
Mm-hmm.
kind of gulps all of it down, and hands you back the empty container.
Peck will squash it,
Thanks.
I'm just gonna chill myself.
cap it, put it away.
We can refill at the river.
Oh,
I'm feeling a little better now. And then it just kneels to the ground and barfs it all up.
Actually, if I had if I were at that hotel grabbing breakfast, would I have refilled any water in the water skin I have there?
Yours, yes,
yes,
and
and
maybe
maybe
Faulkner's.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I will ask Peck for his water skin, so I may give him some of my water.
thank you. Hands over water skin.
I don't know if it'll taste any different. Because
I mean-
it came from a probably more what's the word?
More
Fancier establishment, but it is
Yeah, no,
just
it's probably a
water.
lot better, but
It's just water, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty much all the water in the city comes from wells.
I just realized Peck drinking out of water skin is probably not the most graceful thing in the world.
Well, I mean, you can tilt your head back and just like let it dribble in.
Yeah, that's how I have to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So you're all just kind of stopped there, like nonchalantly exchanging water and water skins while this very flamboyant gnome is stretching his guts out on the side of the road. And the people traveling to and from the city after the festival just kind of like give you a wide berth and give you very strange glances. And
Faulkner's gonna wave at him every time they give a glance.
one of the people is gonna like keep walking and then turn back. Do you need some help? You need a doctor?
Nah,
No.
I think he'll be fine.
His first adventure.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks at you guys. Right.
Right. Jordan's gonna shake his head, take a few steps, and like pause for a moment, put his hand up to his chest, and grunt, and keep walking.
Okay.
Peck's gonna kind of waddle up after Zornok.
All right, Leroy, we're heading out. You done puking?
I think so. I just.
All right.
He kind of spits. It'd be great if I could rinse my mouth out. You know, it would be. It just tastes so bad.
Peck puts
Yeah,
the water
it'd be a
bottle
damn
deeper in
darn
his
shame,
lap.
wouldn't it? That's a
What do
tasty
you have?
adventure.
You have. Oh man. A breath mint or peppermint leaves?
What?
Peppermint leaves.
Why?
What?
The breath, it's terrible.
No.
I can't talk to anyone like this.
Why would I have that?
Out in the wilds, no one can smell your breath.
What are peppermint leaves?
And Jordan's gonna do the same thing again. He's gonna put his hand up to his chest and again.
Jornak, you feeling okay?
Fine.
Yeah, sure.
Fine.
Can I incite that?
Okay.
Yeah, make an insight check and draw off. You can make a deception or persuasion, whichever one is pertinent.
Okay. Oh. Whoa. I saw your insight check pop up.
Yeah.
Whoa. So if I roll my persuasion or deception, he's going to see that. How do you turn this off?
Roll with a natural dice.
Isn't that just metagame?
That is, you know what? That is true. I can roll with a natural dice. I just have to get my shit ready.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Who doesn't bring D&D, man?
The only reason I realized that
I've been. I have my dice. I've been using D&D Beyond. Jornak is lying.
Jornak.
What?
You know I am a cleric, right? If something's bothering you.
It's fine, old war wound, and I rub the burn scar across my chest.
Okay.
That catches Leeeeeroooooooooooy's attention, who gets up to his feet. Whoa! What adventure gave you that?
Pre-battle.
Oh, that doesn't make any sense.
Not supposed
welcome
to.
to adventuring.
When did Peck roll for animal handling?
I was wondering about that too.
That's how I realized that the rolls show up now, and I don't know why.
There's probably a way to disable it.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, up at the top
Of your sheet.
I just have
Maybe
dice.
as an animal.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Words.
All right.
I think you could probably disable that by just rolling a regular dice.
No, that's super cool.
That's what I did. So.
It is cool.
I attack.
They're not attacking. Oh no!
Wait, why is Gavin rolling?
Because if you roll just a regular dice, it doesn't. It just says custom roll.
I guess.
But Gavin is rolling. Is it Gavin Ducky's character?
Yeah.
I've got his character
Gavin-
sheet open.
Gavin's like,
Why is the game log showing? It didn't do that before.
It's a
think
new
it must be
update.
a new edition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happened in the past
Oh,
few
it
days,
tells
I
you-
think.
It tells you what fancy dice you're using.
Nice.
Jornock is using Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Oh, okay.
And I'm using Black Basic.
I have mine disabled because for some reason it rolls really slow on D&D Beyond for me whenever it's.
I mean,
have,
if I'm ever
Chrome
doing
open, I'll-
deceptive stuff.
If I change Chrome to like a small window, then it rolls fine.
What?
Very strange.
anyway,
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyhow.
back to adventure.
Yeah.
Back to D&D.
Back to adventure.
Or adventure.
Jornock's thing.
So eventually, the gnome recovers. You continue
Faulkner's
on.
gonna keep an eye on Jornock though, because he knows he's lying, that it's nothing, and he's getting a little worried, but not enough because he still seems to be functioning.
Okay. So you make your way down the road, and the road travels parallel to a river, but you can't see the river from the road you're on. You just those of you who are familiar with the region know that it's there. It's the River Care. Amelin is at the very tip of a peninsula. And so the road you're on sort of follows back inland east along the flow of the river. And for the next probably 100 miles, you can cross the river at any point and make your way into the dead marshes.
First, we must travel around the city, find a reasonable departure for wagons. Track those to method of fording the river.
guess I'm gonna send Phillig up to scout out.
Okay.
Suppose we'd have to start at the entrance closest to where the wagons were.
So there's only one main entrance in and out of Amelin.
Well, actually, there's two, but one is to the harbor, and you can't get there from the road. The other one is to the main roads that lead north and south through the county of Amelin. You send Phillig up, so you know that there's only one gate to start at, and you left from it. Phillig flies up into the air. Do you keep him within your 100-foot range, or do you let him go a little further?
I'm just gonna let him go.
Okay. So he flies ahead for a while. Did you command him to look for anything specific, or?
Any place that looks like wagons could cross.
Okay. He's gone for quite a while. And then he comes back, lands, and conveys to you that You didn't fly far enough to find a river ford, but further ahead, there was apparently some flooding in one of the lower parts of the road, and heavy wagon tracks can be seen in the mud, heading east along the river road.
All right, everyone. Phillig found a place that they could have crossed. I vote we head there first.
Sounds like a great idea. How you holding up, Leroy?
Oh, I'm fine.
This adventure is just a lot of walking to random places, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what a lot of adventures are.
Ah,
That is fine by me.
Well, good
I
day.
can get in shape and get in tune with this armor.
Mm-hmm.
Good, because we're about
to hear myself.
Because we're far away still.
Let's keep going then.
Yep.
all right.
Continue on.
Alright, so you walk on, and after
Probably about half an hour, you get to the part that Alatar mentioned Phillig having found.
Maybe about the 20-minute mark. Jornak will do the grunt again. Little louder this time.
okay.
I'm just going to turn at Jornak and be like, "Is that a mating call? What's happening here?"
It's fine. I can deal with it.
I'm sure you can deal with a mating call. I'm just more curious what it is.
Just a little snarl. It's old wound. Never done this before.
So I'm assuming that means we're going to die.
Okay, continue on.
Alright. You keep going, you reach that low point in the river that Phillig found. And you see that it's not a river crossing. The river here is still pretty fast. You haven't quite made it
out of the area of the mouth of the river. It's kind of like a very wide mouth that slowly, gradually angles in.
So it's the water here is pretty churning. There's the wash from the ocean, there's the tidal movement, and then there's the current from the river. So this is not an ideal place to cross, but it does mean that the road gets wet and flooded more commonly than other areas of the road. And you can see the heavy wagon tracks that Phillig and Alatar described. Dried a little bit now, so it's been at least a little bit of time since these wagons have gone through. But there is no evidence that they went off the road. There's really nowhere else for them to go. So you can infer that while they did not exit the road here, you are on their trail.
All right. Well, my scaly friend, you able to swim us across?
Potentially. But I thought this was not a good place for them to cross.
It's not.
So we should probably continue following. It's either A, they have a barge or something they were able to take across, or they're continuing following the river for a ways.
How wide's the river?
pretty wide.
You can barely see the other side. It's quite wide. It's a major river. It's a very broad river. It's one of the main arteries of trade through the realm of Olenim, so it's pretty deep, it's pretty wide, it's pretty well used.
Okay.
Could we find a place to cross, then double back to this area? Because we knew they crossed here.
Good.
How far to the next crossing do we know?
Peck and Faulkner can go ahead and make intelligence checks.
Oh,
Ooh, I get to make one? Nice.
Why always intelligence? 10.
I got 10 as well.
Hey!
Now combine those for a 20.
Neither of you is very familiar with the region around the city of Amlin, but you do know that there are ferry crossings positioned somewhat regularly.
along the rivers, and you're fairly confident that if you just keep going, at some point the river will be calm enough where there will be some sort of ferry or barge crossing, and that's probably where a bunch of super heavy river or prison wagons would cross some sort of cargo barge launch or something like that. The river is too wide to build a bridge here specifically, but there's ferry crossings you can just keep going.
So they forded it here, right?
They did not ford it here. Tracks keep going along the river. You just know that they were certainly here because there was water on the road.
Oh, why aren't we just following the tracks then?
That's what I was trying to say.
I misunderstood everything, so that's partially my fault.
Okay.
Blame it on your int score.
Yeah, blame it on the int score.
Continue.
Probably valid.
Alright, so you keep going. And as you keep traveling, it's getting later in the morning. There's no sign of a river crossing. There are other travelers going up and down the road. So it's not like it's abandoned. It's one of the major roads in the kingdom. But it seems like whatever river crossing there is a ways away.
But we're still following the trail, right?
You're still following the road.
Okay.
That's what you want to be doing.
Well, I mean, following the wagon wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that we'd be following that for a while, unless someone's got something else.
Is Leroy still keeping up?
You know, towards the middle of the morning, he starts to drag. His cheeks are looking kind of flushed. He's probably hungry and dehydrated because he picked up all of his breakfast and water.
Probably also ate all of his rations already.
Well, he's not actually carrying anything with him besides his armor and his sword, so he probably doesn't have any rations.
Damn.
Gonna have to learn to hunt fast.
He actually called up, can we take a break? My feet are kind of starting to hurt.
We departed in the morning, and it's now just late morning, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I wonder if we can find any of those pink berries around.
Oh no, not those again.
Different
Let's hope
world.
you see a traveling lizard man and a dwarf companion.
That was from our other campaign.
Yeah.
I think berries made people poop uncontrollably.
Oh.
Yep.
So you want to give him dysentery? Dehydration.
Yeah, basically.
Great. You are wonderful people.
Don't worry, Leroy. We'll be able to take a short break once we find a ferry.
The ferry could be a long ways off. My feet hurt now.
Is good conditioning.
Isn't anyone hungry? Or
Not
tired?
yet. We all had breakfast.
So did I. But I left it in the ditch.
Fair point. I suppose we could fashion him a saddle to ride.
Jarnock.
I just glare.
Wait, what was the? It was the Snurp Battle Pack. That's right. We need to make that in this campaign now for the gnome.
While we're walking, Peck will snap one of his rations in half and give him half of one.
Oh, thank you, adorable bird. And he just gobbled it down.
Munch on the rest of it himself.
What a kind act. I wonder if I could trouble you for a swallow of water? This is a very dry ration.
Just glares at him a little bit.
Also, maybe some salt and butter next time?
Jarnock will walk up and point at the river.
Oh. But I can only drink well water.
I don't stop pointing at the
water
river.
comes from.
That's been properly boiled?
When you're adventuring, sometimes you have to compromise.
But what if I get worms?
What makes you think you don't have any already?
He kind of looks down at his stomach with a look of just horror mingled with disgust.
You know, it's not too late to turn around. Go
Wait,
back
how
to the
close
city.
is he to the edge of the river?
You can see it from the road. You can see the shore of the river.
No, it's probably not gonna work. I was just gonna pick him up and dunk him in, but don't think we're close enough for that to be done stealthily.
Nah.
Kind of looks at you, looks at his feet, looks back. Can I just take my shoes off for a minute?
Sure. You keep walking.
Okay. He doesn't seem to notice that you're walking right away. He clumps down. There's a of metal as you just
I start walking too.
as he just settles on the ground.
Hello?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Hello, Orc Man. I've never taken these off before. Reginald helps me. I'm not sure how to do it. Can you help take the metal off my feet so I can take off my shoes?
Peck's gonna look at Beskar, and then just sort of look at Leroy, and sort of kneel down. Leroy?
Yes.
I think you should maybe go home.
Kind of looks around.
Right. I didn't bring my adventuring pack.
Yes, go get it. We'll wait here for
I
you.
left in such a hurry.
Maybe wait till we come later.
Oh, this has been such a good taste of adventure. You're right, Peck. You are wiser than you look. I will return and prepare, and I know what to expect now. I will prepare walking shoes, and maybe different leg armor.
Try exercise? Who?
Also remember food and water.
Oh, yeah, the rations, drinkables, pots to boil water.
Go to shop. Ask for explorer's kit.
Oh, that's a kit you can buy? They sell those? I've never been to a store before. I didn't know that.
Oh.
They have a lot of fun things. There's adventurers packs, explorers packs.
Dungeoneer packs.
I think I'm gonna go shopping.
Now that's the spirit.
He kind of
Sounds
rocks
like a
forward.
fine adventure for you.
He rocks forward. Can someone help me up? I can't quite bend in this.
All right, Faulkner's gonna help him up.
Ugh, thank you. All right, and he kind of brushes himself off. Which way back to town?
I point in the opposite direction from where we're walking.
He gives you a salute.
I give him a salute back.
I will see you when you return, gentlemen.
Oh my god.
With my adventuring pack, and he winks.
Oh my god.
This was fun. I love that we did this.
This guy's gonna try to.
Fucking LaCroix.
This guy is gonna find us and try to stab us in our sleep, and somehow still fail at doing that.
He's not trying to stab us in his sleep. He's going to try and join our group every chance he gets. He's going to get a little farther every time.
He kind of looks at you awkwardly. Well, I guess this is farewell for now.
Goodbye.
I will
Go buy some things and make sure Reginald can put the table away by himself.
The guards were not very helpful when we set up this morning.
I found they usually are.
I will watch for your return. I will stand by the gate
every day
and wait for you.
I don't know if every day is necessary. I don't know how long we'll be out here, but we will come back eventually.
Someone must carry on your memory if you die.
I'll turn and whisper to whoever's closest to me that's not Leroy LaCroix. How many gates does the city have again?
All right.
Take care, Leroy.
Goodbye,
But not forever. And he turns, and you can
watch
watch as
as
he
he
just
just
limps slowly back down the road.
And then I turn around and start.
Yeah, Jornock fucks off as fast as possible.
He still seemed like a nice fella.
Thank Jehovah.
Nice does not survive the wilds.
All right, let's keep going.
I think we're just gonna quietly go on.
Yep.
Okay. Towards the late afternoon, you eventually find a place where the river is calm and narrow,
enough and shallow enough for a suitable forge. There is forge, I should say, not a forge. Although there could be a forge on the riverside. I don't know.
We don't know. They're bringing them over to make them blacksmith slaves.
You just kind of.
Where's the blacksmith?
Down here. You just pass through a lot of more or less flat land. It's pretty feet. It's like England.
I was gonna say Illinois, but okay.
Yeah. England or Illinois. Just not like the pretty parts of England, just like the flat, boring, semi-bogland parts of England. And eventually you see extending into the river ahead a dark shape below the water, and then slowly a barge trundles into view. You can see now a ferryman on it, and the crew rowing it. It's a pretty slow barge. It's a pretty small barge. It's a passenger barge. It's for hauling like a couple of heavy vehicles at a time.
Like wagons?
Um.
One would say.
Sure. You know.
Ah.
I would like to check around like the mud and the grass area, see if there's still signs of like the wagons that have been through here.
Sure. Make a survival check. Or nature, whichever you prefer.
Survival.
Okay.
8.
It's hard to tell. There's a lot of tracks in the road, and you're not terribly adept tracker, so it just looks like a bunch of wheels and horses have been here.
But I'm proficient in survival. I just rolled really bad.
You're having an off day. You're having a bad day.
Aren't we all?
The thing with the gnome and then the weird calendar stuff. You're just having an off day.
And my scar starts burning again.
We could just ask ferryman if it's all wagon.
That's not the kind of thing that the ferryman would probably give up easy.
Well, don't ask in fishy way. Maybe looking for cousin Isgard.
That's not fishy at all.
Hey, you think of something.
We could just ask him if he happens to take the guards across the river every so often.
Or we could just go across the river and pick up the track.
Yes, but are we sure? Yeah, they probably passed here, right?
I would say we could hazard a fairly reasonable guess that they did.
It's possible.
Okay.
As you've been having this discussion, the barge slowly creeps up to the pier, and you can hear the heavy knock of wood against wood as the barge hits pylons, and a couple of crew members jump off and start tying the ropes off. And once they're tied, they just kind of walk down the pier, stretching their arms, stretching their backs, kind of like rubbing parts of their backs, and they don't seem to be talking a lot. They seem kind of tired, and they just go off the shore a little ways, and then just kind of sit and collapse in the grass.
Are they close enough to talk to, or do we need to get closer?
You would need to get closer. They're not quite within shouting distance.
Okay. Shall we proceed?
Why not?
Sounds like a splendid idea to me.
What other options do we have at the moment? I don't see anything, so why not just inquire about getting across?
Alright, as we approach, I'll kind of call over to them. Long night.
They kind of look up, and you can hear a couple of audible groans as the guys who stand up to look just kind of hang their heads and heave themselves to their feet. The passenger ferry will be here in about an hour. We don't take people
just vehicles.
It's fine. Just thought you looked tired.
We are.
That makes him a vehicle.
Again, long night.
Yes.
Very long nights. And a long day.
We should have gone home by now.
What made so long?
Kind of look at you. Well, it wasn't hauling birds around, that's for sure.
Hey,
I'll kind of.
big birds.
I'll like kind of pick Feather up a couple inches off the ground. Not heavy. Wouldn't have too much trouble bringing him around. I put him back down gently.
No, if we could have made a few dozen trips with him instead of what we did make.
Man, big loads. Every year,
Such big loads. And
we don't even get paid extra for all of our extra hours.
We could accommodate if you'd be willing to carry an extra load.
Kind of look at each other.
Accommodate how?
A little overtime pay.
They kind of sit up a little straighter and kind of jostle each other.
Well, it's not really up to us,
One
one
guy
guy
says.
says. It's up to the ferryman
Up
up on the
pier.
pier. And you can see now
a
a tall,
thin man kind of disembarking the barge and strolling down the dock towards where all the sailors are lounging.
He's the one you have to talk to.
Okay. I guess we'll wave at the ferryman as he's coming down.
He's already kind of moved in your direction. It's anytime someone stops to talk to his sailors, he seems like the kind of person who takes notice. So he walks down the short distance of road toward you.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
Yes, we're looking
We're
for
not-
you across the river.
We're not generally a passenger craft. Are you in a hurry?
Yes, we are, as a matter of fact.
Where are you trying to go? There are landings in Perth, Aarhus. We can take you up to Corsica, Castle onward. Where do you desire to be?
Just a short stop right across the river from here would be fine.
Just across the river, huh?
Jornak was born in the swamps. Jornak grows homesick.
Yep, he has family to visit in the swamps. His father's dying of swamp lizard sickness.
You know, we were doing so well, and it just started going to tail.
Kind of pinches his eyebrow a little bit.
Make a deception check.
Ooh, that's a bad one.
Which one of us?
One of you told a lie.
I
don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I really wasn't lying. I was born in the swamps. I need to get home. I just am. These aren't necessarily my swamps.
That would be a whopping 12.
Kind of looks at you. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know we had lizard people of your stature living in the marshes so close to the city. But I'm not one to judge. But as I said, we're not normally a passenger vessel.
You said normally, so that implies that there are exceptions that can be made.
There are always exceptions to be made. He kind of gives an exaggerated sigh. But you see, my crew and I have had a very long night.
All right, what's your price? We can skip the whole long night spiel.
What are you good for?
I'm not naming the 10 gold pieces.
Ah! Pet kind of like jaw drops at that.
Gives a squawk.
Yeah, a little bit of squawk. One of the like squawks, actually.
The man kind of like turns his head and gives a weird look at this black raven creature who has given a hawk squawk.
10 gold pieces
Is incredibly generous.
So generous, we might want something else involved with it too.
He kind of chuckles and rubs his non-existent stubble. There's always a catch.
Well, this one won't cost you fine folks anything else. Except a little bit of information.
What kind of information?
Well, something of the variety of what we're looking for. We heard you had a long night, and perhaps the reason we're in such a hurry is related to that fact.
I'm just sitting here fucking like face palming as hard as possible.
Peck is enamored watching the work.
This is how the grown-ups do it.
Yeah. The persuasion, the deception.
He
We are
kind of
such good influences.
The ferryman looks Faulkner up and down. We are tired because we hauled a lot of cargo downriver and came back up the current. What more could you possibly need to know?
I kind of look at Beskar.
I'm letting
Because Faulkner's never gotten that far before in a negotiation.
I'm letting him dig his own hole at this point.
Jornok's gonna lose his bluntness.
I'm gonna say, look, clearly they've had a long night, and I'm sure they don't want to really divulge any more information. I believe we can all just pay them the fee, and then we can be on our way, and they can go home and take their rest.
That sounds agreeable.
10 gold.
I'm gonna...
The destination of the previous cargo.
He kind of arches an eyebrow, but doesn't comment. He just holds out his hand. And you can see that he's got very long, slender fingers.
I'll pass him the gold.
Oh, you're doing the whole fucking 10 yards.
Kind of carefully curls his fingers over the money and pockets it. Boys, we've got one last run to make. Give us 10 minutes, gentlemen, and we will be ready to cast off. And the crew kind of drags themselves to their feet towards the barge and starts making preparations to take off. And after a little while, you're called forward, you board. There's nowhere to sit except for the rowers' benches, which are all occupied, so you're just kind of standing in the middle of this platform.
Peck is totally that fucking kid who's on a boat for the first time in his life. He's just fucking giddy.
I'm willing to bet this is the first time Faulkner's been on a boat too.
Might be Jornok's, because Jornok's used to swimming.
It might not be Faulkner's, because in the area he's from, travel to various towns by river is pretty common.
Okay. That's what I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm sure I've been on boats plenty.
Yeah, you would have had to take a boat to get partway here. It would just have been more convenient.
You've probably taken those fancy river boats where you get served on it.
Probably.
You probably sat next to Leroy LaCroix and didn't even know it.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
What's wrong with Leroy? I don't get it.
Leroy LaCroix.
God, if he actually yells Leroy at some point in this campaign.
No!
Oh, God. She's going to do it for the meme.
LaCroix!
I was half expecting that when he said he wanted to be a part of Adventure for the first time. We see anything mildly dangerous, he just shouts Leroy and runs in after it.
Oh, God. A good trap buffer. But no, Peck is not the person. Peck would not let him die. Damn.
As the barge casts off, you can feel kind of a lurch under your feet. And for a minute, the front end gets taken by the currents before it gets straightened out by the rudderman. And then the ferryman kind of walks up to you and glances at Peck. Having fun, young man.
No, is normal day. Barely contained, like just watching the water go by.
He kind of scratched a grin. I love the water myself. Always meant to be a merchant sailor, but never made it that far. The river is beautiful.
It's new.
While we are crossing, I'm going to be keeping an eye on the crew, making sure they're not, like, eyeing us up suspiciously or anything.
Okay. As they seem mostly focused on pulling their oars. As you reach the middle of the river, the ferryman says, "Careful, young bird boy. Don't look too far over the rail.
Why?
Dangerous things lurk in the water here."
Like fish?
They swim all right.
Okay.
Am I close by? I would pull him a little bit away from the rail.
Pack will just get the spear out and get ready to go fishing if he needs to.
Got some of Dornock's distant cousins in the water, maybe.
He just said, I just don't want to see you hurt, such a generous client and all.
I mean, not me. Look, Wizard Big Bucks.
Wizard Big Bucks.
Wizard Big Bucks. All right.
He's got to coin that nickname now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I'm known as Chuckles, so it's probably an inevitability.
Alatar Big Bucks Wizard.
Yeah.
It's your name now. And as he finishes speaking, you can hear the oars just kind of clunk against something hard over and over again. But you're in the middle of the river. You shouldn't be hitting bottoms. And you shouldn't be hitting rock if this is a route they normally take. And the ferryman kind of steps away from you and marches over to the rowers' benches. Get them off! Get them off! We cannot have them delaying the trip. We need to get home. And the rowers kind of frantically flail their oars a couple times, and you can see flashes of like gray slippery material and your splashes, and kind of almost high-keening, not quite screams, but kind of like whistles in the water right before the splashes.
I'm gonna go see what they're shaking off.
Okay. As you approach the edge, ferryman holds his hand. Are you sure you want to get this close? It could get ugly.
I assure you, I've likely seen worse.
I don't know if you have. You realize where we're going, right?
Roughly.
The dead are everywhere out here. Even water.
My hand goes for my greatsword.
Getting the battle axe out.
Good sir, this very day alone, I've seen worse than dead bodies 1,000 times over.
You sound so bored. You can't be impressed. Alatar cannot be impressed.
Not with corpses.
Alatar, the money bags that may never be impressed.
Imagine Alatar is the perpetually disappointed father, and you'll get a pretty good idea.
So do you look over the side of the boat?
I think we all do.
Yep.
I'm not. I'm just kind of watching the rowers.
I'm gonna
shaking stuff.
I'm gonna stealthily suggest. I guess is Philly back on my shoulder? Or is he still dicking around somewhere?
No, he's still on your shoulder.
All right, I'm gonna have like Philly cover Peck's eyes with a wing.
Fuck her away.
So it's kind of like a cat. It's kind of like a cat on someone's shoulder, except it's a bird on a bird, and he holds out one wing, and Peck kind of pats it away, and then Philly holds up his wing again, and then Peck pats it away.
I need to see this.
Philly,
It's off.
Philly's just gonna squawk angrily at him.
Squawking right back. Having a bird fight.
It warms your heart to see how Philly and Peck are bonding. But anyone who's looking over the edge, you see at first just gray, slimy-looking, almost sinuous shapes fluttering in and out of the shadows of the water. It's kind of hard to make it out at first. Let's have perception checks from people.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should have been looking.
Oh,
I got
7.
I haven't seen it.
13.
That's shit.
What'd you get, Ted?
6.
7.
What was this, perception?
Yeah. You got what?
7.
7?
Alvar, what'd you get?
A whopping 6.
15 for me, for Beskar.
Blind.
Faulkner?
Second. Ooh, 18.
Alright. So Alatar and Peck, it's kind of hard to see. The water is pretty murky, and as you cross over the halfway point of the river, there's mist starting to rise up, and it's getting darker and darker and gloomier. So it's hard to see into the water. The rest of you notice that after those slippery shapes kind of undulate in the water for a little bit, they kind of melt away. And at first you're like, okay, they're gone. But then you notice a hand reaching up out of the water, gray, but then as it gets closer to the surface, it gets paler and paler until it's white, and it breaks the surface, and it claws up towards the barge, and then it reels back into the water. And then following that hand is a face. And first you can't quite tell it's a face, and then all you see is something very vaguely skeletal. You see the tip of the nose, the chin, where the cheekbones drop off, and just black hollows where the eyes are. And then a head rises up out of the water, and it's covered in like this lank, black, slippery hair that falls back over its shoulders. Its flesh is just bloated and torn to ribbons, and its eyes, when they open, are just white orbs of nothing. And it's got sharp cheekbones that kind of like break off sharply, that make like a very sharp angle from the crown of the cheekbone to the chin, and they kind of open their mouths, sharp teeth, and they make this shrieking, wailing scream, and they lunge at the boat. And the rowers kind of beat them back with their oars, and they start shouting and grumbling to each other, and they are just fighting them off with the oars. And the ferryman says, "Stand back! They're attracted to the smell of life and blood."
Alright.
Duly noted.
And you wanted me to swim you guys across.
Well, we were talking about much earlier on in the river.
No. We didn't know that there were fucking crackheads in there.
Kraken
Heck,
heads.
after seeing that's a little shook up. He's probably going to back away a little bit.
Faulkner backs up too. He doesn't need to see that.
Yeah, I'll stare for a couple seconds, then back off.
I'll keep my hand on my greatsword and just observe, make sure they have this covered.
Okay. Alatar, you're kind of like, it's a disappear, and you back away from the edge.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The boat eventually makes it to a grassy shoulder of land that juts out a little further from the rest, and you can see here that it's torn up by what looks to be wagon tracks that are shallow at first, and then they just tear up the ground, so you can infer that the wagon wheels like quickly took on more mud than they could handle, and kind of half turned, half dragged as the horses pulled them into the swamp. Here, everything is gray. It's misting. There's nothing really around you except flat land and just long grasses, wet. You get this pervading sense of dampness, and the mud. There's like a really basic path that it looks like the wagons have almost cut through the swamp ahead of you, and your feet just kind of sink in. Even when you're standing on like the whole land between where the wagon tracks ran, there's water and just seepage leaking up around your feet into your shoes.
Ew.
It's not a pleasant place.
I'm gonna look at Zornok and be like, huh?
Feels like home. Feels like home.
And as you lift your feet out of the sucking mud, you can just smell like moldering earth and decaying plants. And the ferryman has not stepped off the boat. He watches you, waves. Welcome to the Dead Marshes, lads. I hope you find everything you're looking for.
That sounds ominous.
Well, he gave us the ride at least.
He shouts an order back at his men, and they reverse paddle and back away from the shore. And pretty soon the barge just kind of slides back into the clouds and into the mist and disappears from your sight. And that's where we'll end.
Okie dokes. I predict a lot of fights in the next session.
Also, I
predict
didn't get a chance to do it on the barge, but I kind of wanted to slide Alatar a couple of gold pieces because he paid for the bribe himself.
Sure. You can do that. How many gold pieces do you want to send in?
I'm sliding him 2 because I figured it was 5 of us, 10 gold, 2 apiece.
Okay.
If Peck saw that, he would too. So I'll figure, yeah. Peck will also slip you 2.
Well, thank y'all.
I'd probably also do the same. 2 for me as well.
I was just trying to figure out where he dropped off the people for the information, but no one else seemed really happy with that, so that's why I kind of stopped.
Yeah, I didn't want to, like, push them away and dissuade them from actually ferrying us across the river.
I didn't know where that was going to go, so I was just kind of letting you guys run with it.
Yeah, all I wanted was him to drop us off where he dropped the barges off, but he did anyway, so it worked out in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I have a whole bunch of stuff. You dudes.
And we are going to go find that half-orc husband who is very much alive.
He's
Yeah.
totally alive.
Possibly
This is not a terrible idea.
He's alive. He's alive as Leroy LaCroix would have been in this entire endeavor at the moment.
Hopefully he made it back to the city. You don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe he had to strike.
I imagined he did.
He can't walk anymore.
I am so happy I got to level 2 because now I have Turn Undead with my channel divinity.
Hey.
Yay!
It certainly helps.
That is good.
That's good.
Yeah,
We're going to a place called the Dead Marshes. What did I get with level 2? Turn Undead. Well, that's just splendid.
Fantastic.
Yay!
And I got Smite!
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Smite is always great.
You can smite the shit out of anything.
I got Speed and Key.
Eflong, I need you to make the most perfect Joe Cat smite ever every time you use it, please.
I also got an additional spell that I have prepared. So I got protection from evil and good, so that'll help too.
Hey.
Good area for that.
Yeah.
I got something that I got reckless attack and
Nice.
danger sense.
Danger. The Spidey sense.
Yep.
I got my intro to monk shit. Key points.
Welcome to Monk. Here's how you do your shit.
You want to do more shit? Here's the resource for you.
You want to be super duper powerful but not cast spells?
Key.
Not be a barbarian or a fighter?
Be a monk.
Be a monk.
Do you want
like to punch things?
Piss off your DM?
Do you want to haste as a bonus action? Be a monk.
Yep.
You want to be Sonic the fucking Hedgehog? Be a monk.
Yep.
I think you can move like 240 feet a second if you are like a high enough level monk or some shit like that.
Right now, I can go 120 feet in one round if I want to.
What?
Yeah.
At level
6 seconds.
Because you can use your key point, yeah.
Yeah, if I use my key point, because I can dash twice.
Slayer.
Gotta go fast.
It's like organic.
I do want to thank you guys for indulging me with the gnome, though.
Oh, Leroy LaCroix.
Well,
I thought it'd be fun.
That's gonna be a fun, reoccurring adventure, buddy. I can already tell.
He was the most fun NPC to make.
I could tell you.
Since
just
you
love
didn't go to
Leroy
my
Cohen.
job fair, I was like, what's the one NPC I really want to play? Like, for at least 20 seconds. Leeeeeroooooooooy.
The DM gets more fun too.
Yeah, I'm a player too, guys.
Which is also partially why I wanted to. I was like, you know what? This is a hook. I like hooks.
I can tell the DM really wants this. Let's throw him a bone.
Thanks, guys.
Plus, you can't do the optimal route every time. That's not nearly as fun. Sometimes you got to take weird routes to get to places.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just want to do something and see, hey, will they do it? I don't know.
It's gonna be a hard yes.
Like when they were, we're a couple of down from the name of this tavern. Now, why does that sound familiar? Oh, you mean Peck's house? Keep your voice down.
It's a small world.
And my guy, I think, has the lowest in score in the group.
Yep.
It's okay.
You don't need int to be fun.
He might be the lowest charisma in the group, too, which would be funny as well.
Really? You certainly don't play him that way.
Well, I haven't had to make deception or persuasion checks.
That's valid.
Let's see, Jornock might be... Nope, Jornock's better. What about Peck? How's Peck doing? That's also why I gave him an annoying voice so people wouldn't like him. Yeah, I got lowest charisma and lowest int in the group. All right, let's go.
Sweet.
Yay. That's always fun.
Which is also why I'm not taking the initiative and talking to people.
D&D needs more intellect classes.
Yep. That's
Someone
and everybody
mentioned that, like,
does
a way
not.
to fix it.
Well, I should say the Paddleys don't like it having artificers in their campaigns, I think. Unless I'm mistaken.
I never said that, but it was just not the timing for...
They were brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amanda might not be a fan of Artificer just because she hasn't read the rules for him yet, and she's not comfortable doing a rule for a class she doesn't know yet. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing with Artificers is the first Artificer I ever played with,
Definitely probably cheated a bit.
he was broken, and he cheated, and no one except for him knew how he got any of his results, which kind of scared me away from Artificer. But I have since read the class. It is somewhat odd, but
It's basically they're just a caster, but instead of casting magic, they're a tinkerer.
And they have a lot more support type stuff.
yeah, they're like a weird. They're like, have you ever wanted to be a cleric, but also a sorcerer? Here's the class for you, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're not as bad as I thought they were based on that experience.
That guy definitely tweaked his numbers pretty hard.
Yeah.
I'm looking at everyone's stats, and I obviously got the short end on the stats rolls here. The only people who are weaker than me are the kid and the bird.
I mean,
everyone else, including the wizard, is stronger than me.
Well, thematically, that makes sense, kind of, except for the wizard being stronger than you.
Well,
the wizard's stronger.
Alatar has ridiculous stats. Can I say that?
that's what I rolled, dude.
I know. I'm jealous. I'm admitting I am jealous.
Alatar
Your lowest is a 12. That's jealousy from me. Because 12 is my third highest.
Oh no. He's over there in magic school just doing push-ups before lecture.
I didn't go to magic school. Had secret backstory stuff, but was not magic school. Probably.
Wow, to enlighten us.
He does push-ups every morning. Never know what the day might bring. I'm not going to be one of those chump wizards.
Yeah, I'm basically One Punch Man.
Muscle wizard casts fist.
Yeah, Asher tried doing that, but it didn't work in his favor.
Nope.
And Vaskar's got nothing lower than a 10. Gavin's only got a 9, and then the next lowest is 13. I'm sitting here with a 10, a 7, an 8.
It's okay. With how Amanda's campaigns go, it's very possible you'll get to re-roll a new character, Chris.
Well, if I'm making a new character, I'm bringing back Everyone's
Zoltan?
favorite redneck bard. Redneck bard's coming back.
God. You know, that actually could be fairly amusing. I'm not gonna lie.
No one should die. I tested my random encounter tables, and most of the encounters that come up are easy.
I mean, I'm fine with someone-
You said that, but then you said we had a very high encounter rate at level 1.
I mean, no. You had a CR2 encounter at level 1.
And we
But-
made it out roughly unscathed.
Yeah, you were
We
fine.
had 2 people almost die.
Yeah, but you made it out on half health in
But
close
it's
quarter
almost-
combat.
It's almost close enough, though, Chris. I think we really need to ask ourselves this.
I mean, didn't you have 2 like failed saving death throws too?
Look, I don't want to talk about it.
Like you were like 1 step away from death.
Yeah, well.
All right, but you guys lived. You know, it's fine.
It's fine.
Most of the stuff on this random encounter table are not anything you couldn't handle. There's a couple things, but you know, it's a random encounter table, so they only get a small percentage of likelihood of being hit.
Wait. I heard most.
I would also like to point out that statistics don't matter to the individual.
True. I just felt like saying that maybe it would make you feel better.
I was a math major. I know how
feeling
bullshit
fine.
statistics can be.
It obviously has not made you feel better.
I feel fine. I play games that make like Dark Souls that make me hate myself for a reason. It makes you feel alive.
No.
This
Campaign's been fun. I want to preface that. This has been a fun campaign. I've had no qualms.
Yeah, no, same.
Yeah. Building encounters that'll kill you, like there's fail-safes built into each difficult encounter. Just because you land on an encounter doesn't mean you're gonna fight. You never have to fight.
Here's the real question: is the party's combined intelligence high enough to actually make use of those fail safes? Because I don't know if it is.
I did see someone had a suggestion to make intelligence more viable was to tie it to your amount of proficiencies you could have. Like a higher int character could have more proficiencies than a lower int character.
Yeah, I think I've seen that on like other RPG systems. It's not a terrible idea. Although I would be a little bit skitty to screw with the 5e formula too much.
Well, it just sort of negates the need for a background. But I think there are optional rules in the new Tasha's book that you can do with proficiencies in intelligence. I would have to read it again. But I mean, there are optional rules that you can do. If you're going for super duper realism.
My character is an uncharismatic dum-dum. That's all he needs to know.
But you could have an ability score improvement.
But he's nice.
He is chaotic good, which is also why he wanted the dwarf.
I mean, chaotic good is the best alignment.
Well, you can start weighing in on Azure to start playing, because maybe we can get him to play, and then you'll have another chaotic player.
There we go.
Very chaotic.
You want true chaos.
That man played his character well. I will not deny that.
Chaotic alignment.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes
Chaotic Azure alignment.
Yeah, I feel like we should convince him,
Wait,
though.
didn't we have like 2 evil characters in yours, Badly?
I believe so. I mean, you fucking murdered a child.
Wasn't one of them
What was
Ryan?
Ryan's alignment, supposedly?
I think he was chaotic neutral, I think.
That's a
Yeah,
lie.
he was the one who murdered the child. Azure was chaotic evil, if I remember right.
I think it might have been.
And somebody else was... Oh, it was Snurp. Snurp was evil.
Maybe. You don't know.
I think that was a 50-50
I'm
split.
telling you.
I was like, wait. I was like, because that's when I realized that Grognar, who was like lawful, who was like neutral good, was like the party's moral compass outside of the fucking cleric. And I was like, what is this? And he was the right hand man to a charlatan.
Like that was
Hey man, you don't know what the charlatan got on him.
The backstory for that was that Grognar actually believed everything the charlatan was selling. Like his wormroot elixir. It cured your baldness. He kept drinking it thinking he'd grow hair again.
Oh.
Wait, huh?
Like religiously every night.
Yeah.
Like, can't brush my teeth till I take my wormwood elixir.
Oh god.
Oh, so did he start drinking more of that after he lost his beard?
Possibly. The beard was only gone for like 1 or 2 sessions before he got out.
Alright, guys, I'm going to stop streaming now, finally, and bounce.
Alright, Timo.
Take care. I'll start.
Bye. Thanks for playing.
Adios.
Take care.
See you later.